We're back with Reverse 1999, the 2.1 update with the. So we already got Tuesday last stream, so we're continuing the Haunted Highway, Route 77. So we do have stuff that's unlocking. Oh, nice. Okay. I think we finished this one, but yeah, they're bringing them back. That usually takes two panoramas or whatever it's called. So it's these things right here. So it usually takes the Pernum or can. So it takes two for the reflection ones. We unlocked everything. The only ones I guess I didn't finish was this one, since I didn't finish Jessica's part.
Whatever sort of reputation it has, place to stay again.
And I believe this one's gonna be the next banner. August, I think. Okay. So part 11. Please do not disturb. Not the best time for a cleanup. August presses the speaker button on the telephone. A familiar tapping sound comes from the other end of the line. H-E-L-P.
Help.
Help. Bah.
B-A-A. Is that the sound of a sheep?
Yeah.
You noticed it too, huh? Ain't no way that's a human on the other end. It's gotta be some kind of animal.
Animal?
Wait, but how would they know Morse code?
Based on those sounds and the tracks and the dust, I figure it's something small, like a...
She stops. Hey, Abby. Welcome in.
One sec, boss.
It cracks my candy. Using your arcane skill so frequently must be tiring. You should take a break.
The job ain't done yet. Far too early to rest.
A job ain't. Oh.
Don't worry, boss. It's just a condition that runs in my family. No biggie.
What are its side effects?
Boss, you expect a merc to reveal the weakness? We ain't that close yet. One thing I can tell you, though, is that I suffer the side effects as long as my eyes are open. Luckily, I've got cutting-edge technology at my disposal.
He holds up a candy between her fingers.
They're safe, efficient, and most importantly, satisfy my sweet tooth.
Yep. So that candy also gives us 60 energy.
They may be called candy, but they're actually medicine and ought to be used following medical instructions. You should know that.
Give me a break, boss. What do doctors know about my life? I use these candies whenever I need them. Ain't that the whole point?
But
August motions for her to be quiet.
Shh. Did you hear that?
hear what?
August lowers her voice.
A heartbeat. Right outside the door. Someone's eavesdropping on us.
Who is it? Well, who's gonna look at the peephole? Wait, where's the peephole? She crouches down. With a faint click, she loads her shotgun. Duh, 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 duh. Then she swiftly turns to the door handle. The eavesdropper girl nearly falls forward into the room as the door swings open.
Care to explain why you're here, Ms. Kimberly? Just how obsessed are you with Mr. Stefan, huh? Even now, after his death?
Oh, no, it's not what you think. I was just looking for my toy and it just so happens.
Toy?
What toy?
You know, it ain't my style to point a gun at an unarmed person, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Especially when they're speaking with a forked tongue. 5.
I told you that I was just looking for something.
4.
Are you joking? Why won't you believe me?
She stomps her feet, actually, making the floor tremble a little.
3.
I didn't.
She closes her eyes as she has made a decision.
2. 1.
She pulls the trigger. The bullet flies past Miss Kimberly's ear. Her face turns pale. She curls up, desperately trying to make herself smaller.
Don't kill me! Don't kill me, please! I didn't do anything!
Her fingers trembles uncontrollably as a black claw extends from her fingertips. She looks at the claws in shock, quickly tucking them into her chest, then looking nervously at the two of them.
I saw them in Kimberly and Matilda's report. I thought it was just a coincidence, but now I realize it wasn't. Miss Kimberly, you're a member of Manus Vindictae, aren't you?
I swear, I didn't do anything wrong. All I did was follow my partner like the people in black told me to.
Who's your partner?
I'm hungry all the time. So hungry. Oh, how I envy the likes of you. You can store your food in so many ways. You have enough bread and water in your barns to last an entire winter. Your pastures are full of meat and dairy products. But my food? I promise, all I'm trying to do is get back what I lost.
There's no need to be afraid. We won't hurt you, as long as you tell me the name of your partner.
Miss Kimberly's eyes darts around.
If I tell you her name, will you let me go?
That depends on your sincerity.
She's called Miss Grace.
What's your purpose here?
I don't know. Those people in black told me to follow Miss Grace's orders, but she hasn't asked me to do anything since we got here. She must be hiding something from me, but I couldn't care less. I just want to eat.
She speaks earnestly, but her other hand pulls something out of her pocket. She gives a sly smile and crushes the item in her hand, releasing a veil of thick black smoke.
You annoying little brats can catch me in your dreams.
She's casting a teleport ritual. Argus, your assistant. We can't let her get away.
Alright, so story, so she should be able to.
Program activated.
Shouldn't be too weak.
Woohoo! You like
Oh.
another jar?
I forgot to set it on auto.
Enjoy!
Attack.
Leave my... It's wrong! There they are. That was a fly!
A final burst of smoke. Miss Kimberly vanishes.
She disappeared fast.
At least now we can draw some conclusions. Manus Vindictae has set their eyes on this motel. Under the name of the Order of Enlightenment, they used this place as a base and conducted some failed ritual experiments before they left.
Manus Vindictae. I've heard of them. That infamous group of arcanists.
She looks worried.
If Kayla falls into their hands, things won't turn out well, will they?
I wouldn't worry too much. They usually only target pure-blooded arcanists.
Alright, that's a relief. Kayla's bloodline is 100% human.
But why would Manus Vindictae
really?
choose to come here specifically? What are they trying to do?
The conversation continues under the neon lights of the motel.
I was worried you wouldn't be able to make your way back, so I lit the porch light for you.
Oh, Layla back?
Oh,
Leela?
but how annoying that these moths keep fluttering around.
Cut the crap, lady. Where's Vertin? Take me to her.
I rarely turn on this light. My baby never gets lost, you see.
She gives a faint smile.
But a young, spirited child such as yourself always needs a light to lead the way. Am I right? To the weary traveler, this light is a shelter. To a child, it's a mother. And to you, what does this light mean to you?
Thanks for redeeming first, Abby. The
No
mage
matter
flesh
who
flushes
they
red.
are, people need a light to shine through the darkness, to chase away their fears. Don't you agree?
Are you a member of the Order of Enlightenment?
Order of Enlightenment? Oh, you mean those troublesome guests?
Guests.
The maid ignores her question and continues talking to herself.
I don't like them one bit. They've scribbled all over the place and made a mess of the rooms. They hurt my baby. Oh, my poor baby. Shh. Don't be scared. Everything's all right now.
She gently comforts the child in her arms, patting the swaddling cloth softly.
Are they still here?
Oh, of course. They made an offer that I couldn't refuse. After all,
How much did they pay you?
oh, you are naive, my sweet child. There are countless things in this world that money can't buy. A traveler can't buy the sudden appearance of a hotel at just the right time. A crying child can't buy the comforting embrace of their mother. And I can't buy that thrilling satisfaction brought by sweet darkness.
The maid near Nurmak muttering is getting on Liz's nerves.
Enough of your endless rambling. I can't waste any more time talking to you. I can't.
With every blink, Leela's sight becomes increasingly blurred. She can just about make out the maid smile.
Sleep tight. Just leave everything to the adults. Yes. What a good child you are.
Is Lilia's gonna be okay? She flips the sign on the door to "Do not disturb." Hopefully she's okay. She's a reliable and attentive owner of the motel, always making sure her supplies are well stocked, even those that her guests may not need. Alright, so let's see the shopping list. Blue Jay coffee beans, River Valley bed sheets, 15 sets. Secondhand TV, 1 set. Wait, bought. Oh, wait, we had to sell a Cowboy brand toolkit. And that's in August. October, bought Thanksgiving decorations. Pecan Grove air freshener. Light of the South bulbs, 1 dozen. So, how many rooms are there anyway? Fresh cream. November, Texas Trail candy. Marigold body wash. January, 7-star tea bags. Fresh French butter. We got more. Okay. Oh, so we got 12 more sets since I guess the other one didn't last. And we sold our secondhand TV. So no more TV? The Girl and the Hound. Eyes forward, Argus. Don't look back.
Found his medication prescription. And... oh. Is this his notebook?
She pulls a crumpled piece of paper from her pocket.
Huh. Just as expected, boss. This motel ain't what it seems to be. Ain't no way that letter was written by Stefan. Take a look. The writing in this letter is delicate and slender, while the writing in this notebook is total chicken scratch. Even a blind person could tell they're written by 2 different people.
Stefan didn't write the letter, so it's very likely that the person who sent it wasn't Stefan either.
The minute something comes to mind.
And this?
She picks up a stack of brown paper from the table.
Ugh, I hate numbers. I'll leave this one to you, boss.
It appears to be Mr. Stefan's records of his daily expenses, along with some notes. Cigarettes, alcohol, and a significant amount of psychiatric medication. It says, he was tormented by his hallucinations day after day, so he had to increase his dosage. And it says he saw a room numbered 707 here.
The motel only has 2 floors. There can't be a room starting with 7. Did he describe it at all?
He said the room had a bright red door that seemed completely out of place.
Maybe it was just one of his hallucinations.
There's a flash of red in the hallway.
No, it's not that. He also saw all kinds of things. A pair of twins in the hallway, long hair hanging from the ceiling, and... he saw Barbara, but assumed she was another hallucination.
Small sheep head is sketched on the paper.
This proves that Barbara's been to the motel. Which means...
Well, I'm sorry to say that I've never met an arcanist with the head of a sheep. I can help you ask around if you...
Why did she lie to me?
August interrupts her thoughts.
So, did you find anything useful from the expense record?
I need to talk to the maid.
Hold your horses. We haven't searched the washroom yet. You should never skip the bathroom. Ain't you seen The Godfather? Michael Corleone grabs his gun from behind a toilet tank.
She pushes open the bathroom door as she speaks. The bathroom mirror is surrounded by half-burnt candles. She holds out a hand to signal to stop. She moves closer and knocks on the mirror. The copper frame gives a hollow echo. A vivid vehement screen flashes across the mirror. An ivory face appears in the reflection.
Argus, you've come to me.
Wait, who is it?
Do you know her?
Kayla? August doesn't respond. Her eyes are locked on the mirror, as if lost in a daze.
Argus!
Is it like a relative, maybe?
Argus.
The faint voice echoes around the bathroom, like waves of crashing repeatedly against the shore.
It's not possible.
August's silence gives rise to a bold speculation.
Is that Kayla?
No, there's no way that's her. If you knew Kayla like I do, you'd say the same. This distorted reflection in the mirror is probably a result of the excessive arcanum in this motel. A ritual similar to Bloody Mary used to be quite popular among the kids in this town. If you look into a mirror at exactly midnight, the spirit within will morph into the shape of the person you desire most. But if you respond to the spirit's call, it will drain your soul from your body.
I always thought those were just myths.
So did I. But after all the strange things I've seen, I've become less surprised. These
Never take
spirits
chances.
feed on the energy of our souls. That's why you should never trust a word they say. The people who are tricked by them fall into a kind of trance, and some, like Mr. Stefan, go crazy. I wonder what he saw in the mirror. Anyway, I won't repeat his mistake.
She raises her shotgun, ready to
For
fire.
mercs like me, the deepest despair ain't external danger. It's internal hesitation. If some pale imitation makes me hesitate so easily, then how can I claim to be able to protect others? You've got to be able to stand your ground. A cunning criminal would use every excuse to defend themselves in court, and a scheming spy would wear all kinds of disguises to gather information on the enemy. That's why we've got to stay sharp. When it comes down to it, we only have our own two legs to stand on. Mercs ain't philosophers. Once a merc starts pondering morals, justice, and ethics, they're digging their own grave. For a merc, the mission objective is the only thing that matters. Overthinking don't bring nothing but disaster and destruction. That's why it won't fool me.
Welcome in, Millie. Her gaze is steady. Memories flash by, distant and playful. Laughing and running in those grassy fields.
The folks on the ranch adored little Kayla. She was the apple of all their eyes. How dare this ugly imitation?
It's just like the trailer.
So...
She aims her gun squarely at the mirror.
Here's my response.
Wait, you returned back? Oh, what?
Program activated.
So how's everything, Millie?
It's newly made this year.
Charging.
Woohoo! Psycho!
Eliminate target.
I remember it's called lending a hand.
Argus. Argus. You've come to me.
Let this serve as a reminder to remain vigilant. If there were a deceitful Spirit of the Year award, I'm sure that would win.
To be continued. Alright. 13. The churning stomach. Again, again, and again.
Stefan Garcia, a Xeno captain, 36 years old. For unknown reasons, likely connected to Manus Vindictae, he moved into this motel. He attempted to make contact with Xeno several times, all of which failed. During his stay, he was tortured by increasingly intense hallucinations, delusion, and fear. And as a result,
he committed suicide. And that's everything the evidence shows.
Chaotic clues are rolling into the mind, like a churning stomach.
no. We must have overlooked something. A military officer killing himself. A phone call asking for help in Morse code. Not to mention Manus Vindictae.
Where's this going, boss?
We've encountered a series of bizarre events, one after another, ever since we arrived at this motel. The rituals in the rooms, the officer that went mad, the spirit in the mirror, and Manus Vindictae. Only one person remains uninvolved.
Are you trying to say that she's the mastermind behind all this?
She should know more about all this than anyone. Yet she feigns ignorance at every turn, which is suspicious in its own right.
But what's there for a motel housekeeper to gain from all this? It's not like these spooky scandals would attract more guests. Unless someone else is pulling the strings. But that don't make much sense either, does it? When all these unusual things happened, she was happy to stand by and watch. But by whose orders? Some larger, more mysterious organization? Give me a break.
What if she doesn't desire money or power?
So what you're saying is that you need to ask Little Miss Maid a couple more questions.
Precisely.
That spirit morphed into Kayla, so it must have seen her face at some point. Which means that at one time, Kayla was in this room. And you're right. Tuesday's definitely not a run-of-the-mill motel maid. It wouldn't be wise to approach her rashly. Let me finish up here first. Then we can go question her together.
All right.
After a moment, August shakes her head in disappointment.
Nope. I got nothing. Let's go find that maid. I have a few questions for her myself.
She makes her way across the room and opens the door. She
Where'd
freezes.
the body go?
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Where did Stiffy go? The corpse has been lying in the hallway has vanished, leaving only a pool of blood on the floor.
Ain't no signs of dragon neither. Who and how?
The ringing echoes through the doorway.
The phone again. What do you think? Should we answer it? I bet it's another one of those prank calls.
Those weren't prank calls. Someone was sending a distress signal in Morse code.
She picks up the receiver and presses the speaker button.
Could you tell me what year it is now?
A soft voice plays through the speaker.
Who's this?
This is Barbara.
What? "14. May they be blessed. Whether child or lamb, they still deserve deliverance."
Wonderful. I can talk over the phone now. The wind must still be wandering nearby.
That's good to hear. Are you an editor for Atu?
Got to. There's a sigh of relief.
Yes, miss, I am. But before we continue our conversation, could you please tell me what year it is now?
1990.
I see.
The frail voice steadies.
Miss Barbara, can I meet you in person?
You want to meet me?
Yes. I'm Vertin, the timekeeper of the St. Pavlov Foundation. I was sent to ask you about Erd's whereabouts. But you don't seem to be in a favorable situation right now.
Miss Burton, I couldn't possibly locate Erd's whereabouts. The whispers of the wind can't reach this room.
The whispers of the wind.
Yes, it's a special form of communication.
Right. Well, is there anything I can do to help you rebuild this line of communication?
Let me first explain the situation to you. Here are a few things I'm certain of. First, this isn't an ordinary motel. It possesses some kind of supernatural life force. Before checking in, I interviewed some of the residents nearby. They all mentioned eerie rumors centered around the motel these past few months.
Yes, we've encountered some bizarre events here, like real-life urban legends.
Second, I'm not trapped in a red room. This room is in the same motel as yours. What's different
is that it blocks all forms of communication. I couldn't get the room to open, and my voice didn't reach through the phone. That wasn't until a gunshot broke this intangible restraint. This small room contracted violently, and now I can communicate with the outside world. At first, I thought it was an earthquake, but the contracted space soon returned to normal. Earthquakes can't do that, can they? Before this happened, were you using spiders to communicate with the world outside? Yes, I was. As luck would have it, there are many spiders here. Thanks to the prevalence of spiders in urban legends, I assume. There's some paranoia about spiders living in hair. It originated in a sermon from 13th century England. A woman was always late to Mass because she spent too much time styling her hair. Eventually, a devil attached itself to her hair in the form of a spider. Yes, they delivered messages for me in their own peculiar way. Being completely isolated from the outside world greatly unsettled me. It reminded me of that terrible phenomenon.
She takes a few light breaths.
Fortunately, that wasn't the case. But you're still trapped in that room, right? Yes, the door's gone. I can't get out from the inside. How did you get in there in the first place? Or rather, who brought you into that room? Well, who else could it be? The maid named Tuesday. Just as I expected.
Wait.
The mercenary cuts in.
You're the driver who left me on the road, right? I remember your voice.
Yeah, it's me. I actually changed my mind and turned back to get you, but you were gone by the time I arrived. I guess that's when you came to this motel, right?
Yes, Tuesday saw me and invited me here.
Oh.
Did you want to ask me something?
Have you seen a girl of about 5'3" here? In a white dress, curly chestnut-colored hair, green eyes, small hands.
I may have seen her. When I first arrived, I saw a girl who matched your description coming down the hallway. She was carrying an empty basket. I presumed that she'd been shopping in the town nearby. If I recall correctly, she didn't check out.
Thank you.
She slumps her shoulders, and the light in her eyes dim. She says no more.
How can we find this room? It's just in the hallway, number 707. Look for a door covered in red.
What's just happened?
Looks like the phone got disconnected.
So Barbara's in that room that Stefan saw, number 707. I'm going to find it. What about you? Heading into town for Kayla?
After a brief silence, Argus speaks.
I did notice a weird spot in the hallway earlier. The maid's footprints were going back and forth like there was an entrance there. But I didn't see no signs of a door.
She scratches her head with the barrel of her gun.
I wouldn't be surprised if you died by your own gun one day.
That'd be a memorable way to go. Alright, enough kidding around.
She perks up.
Our little Miss May tried so very hard to hide Barbara from us, but I guess the lamb's out of the bag now.
Yes, it's all crystal clear now. Let's go.
Hold up a sec, boss.
She bites her lip.
Do you have any candies? I'm running on fumes here, and I ain't got no way to replenish my stash.
Asking for help seems very difficult for her. She pulls a few pieces of candy from her pocket and places them in August's palm.
Us and Barbara will be out of here soon. And you'll find some candy in Kyler in town.
Alright, so 20th Century Miracles details a significant event at the late 20th century. Essential reading. Experimental report method through the aid of voluntary donations. The research team extracted a nucleus from a female Arcanus, genetic mother A, and a nucleate egg cell from a female human, genetic mother B. The nucleus was cultivated and processed to enhance the receptivity of new genetic instructions. After injecting the donor's cell nucleus into the nucleated egg cell, an electric pulse was used to fuse the nucleus with the egg ectoplasm, initiating cell division and forming embryo cells. During the progress, the ratio of Arcanus to human genetic materials was adjusted to be nearly equal. In experiment number 277, the embryo developed well, meeting the potential of transplantation, and was implanted into the uterus of Finn Dorson ewe after formation. 0 months old. The substance was born through natural delivery, with 60% or 5% Arcanus genetic materials and 39.95 human genetic materials, not achieving the expected complete balance, but still proving that the adult somal cells of Arcanus can still be programmed and adjusted through cloning technology. In appearance, the subject exhibits characters of both genetic mother A and B. Simultaneous for unknown reasons, its head is highly similar to that of a fin dorsal, but brain development has not been affected. 2 months old, the subject's development is slower than that of contemporary human and Arcanus infant. Mild symptoms of lung infection has been found. 4 months old, the subject is slower than that of contemporary humans and Arcanus infants, but it shows significant response to music and human language, with consistent reaction to significant sounds. The cause of the young infection was identified. The subject's lung tested positive for the JSRV retrovirus, commonly found in sheep living indoors. For extended periods, it was suggested that a veteran team to be brought for a consultation. 6 months old. The subject's physical development is slower than that of a complete human and Arcanus infant, and may stop developing prematurely. Sterile room staff reports that the subject began constantly mimicking communication behavior. As expected, education classes and moral guidance videotapes are initiated. The lung infection worsened, and the subject shows a strong allergy reaction to chemical fiber product. 10 months old. The subject can engage in ruminant communications, exhibiting gold brain development. Multiple tests have confirmed that American country music is effective in alleviating the subject's allergy reaction, the cause of which is yet to be determined. 22 months. The subject performed excellent in communication and intellect touch, possessing the intellect level of a 7-year-old human child. 23 months old. Bone tests indicate that the subject's physical development will cease completely by the age of 12. Part 15, the front desk call. Dial the number, and service swiftly follows. A good motel should offer nothing less. In the center of the red room stands a snow-white crib. The hanging curtain sways slightly, like pulsating veins. A arcanist with the head of a sheep stands there, silently observing the translucent fabric. Footsteps draw closer, but she doesn't turn to face them.
Are you not satisfied with my services?
No matter what, you shouldn't have cut the phone off.
The maid withdraws her hand from the telephone hook switch, with a hint of apology.
Nor should you have isolated me from the outside world. Because you should know better than anyone what that means.
Why should I? All I know is that a poor, helpless child like you shouldn't be alone on the roadside. Where's your mother? Didn't she tell you to be careful?
She sighs softly.
You really don't remember anything, do you?
What do you mean? What do you think I should remember?
Well, clearly it doesn't matter now. This motel's well decorated. Did you do all this yourself?
The maid smiles.
Are all children like this? Always talking in circles to draw Mama's attention. Oh, but these innocent words make them all the more adorable.
I am not a child.
That's exactly what a child would say.
She yields helplessly.
I've always felt a familiarity with you, like I've known you for a long time. Can you tell me about it? Why were you out here on Route 77 all alone? Maybe I can help you.
Have you heard of Atu?
Oh, I have. It's a magazine about fashion, trends, and the avant-garde. My brother loved that magazine, but my father found it unacceptable. To think his eldest son would read those softies magazines instead of working on the farm. Fashion, trends, disco. These aren't things a Texan man should pursue, at least according to my father. In the end, my father destroyed all my brother's disco records, along with his plane ticket to Los Angeles.
Perhaps that's for the best. He avoided the riots.
Huh?
Nothing. So, what do you think?
Me? Why should I have any opinion?
Let me rephrase that. What impact has this had on you?
Oh,
Tuesday ponders for a moment, then shakes her head.
but what happened between them has nothing to do with me, does it? These were the choices they made.
She purses her lip, her face flushed.
When I first arrived, a local resident told me not to stay at Tuesday's motel. He said his aunt went mad soon after she stayed here.
The windows rattle gently, emitting a faint sound.
I remember that lady. Her head was so large. It reminded me of those stories of people with deformities. So I had her watch a freak show at midnight. Sadly, she didn't seem to enjoy it.
A harvester starts up in the distance. The sound of an engine fills the room.
At this time of year, farmers run their combine harvesters on the fields non-stop. The harvest is a joyful time of year, but the accompanying noise always frightens the children. Have you heard the stories of how naughty children get too close to harvesters and get caught in them, losing a hand or even a head? Fields, machinery, children with severed limbs. These stories are exactly what my motel's missing. Oh, my baby's calling. Please excuse me. I don't want another temper tantrum on my hands. Apologies, my fluffy little child. I look forward to our next conversation. Talking to you always brings me inspiration. But the motel's been too busy lately. It's starting to get on my nerves.
The maid speaks softly, her face flushed again. Her cough is weak, like a sickly child.
Oh, see, this is what I mean. How could I bear to send you out on your own? You'll stay right here in this cozy little room until you're fully recovered.
I don't need this special treatment of yours. Staying here won't cure my illness.
Just get some sleep. You'll come to your senses after a good rest. I'll see you soon.
The maid slightly steps out of the room. Barbara watches as the door vanishes. There's a door, but is Verton and Argus outside? She looks at the pool of blood in the hall where the officer's body once was.
How many times have I told you not to eat things off the floor?
The bundle in her arm suddenly lets out a strange cry.
There, there. Don't cry, sweetheart.
So 16. Potassium candy. If anything, it pleases the palate.
Is this the spot?
Sure is shooting.
The hoy looks attentive to the
Look.
other.
These footprints. They're less than 10 minutes old.
But where's the door to room 707? I can sense some energy fluctuations nearby, but they're definitely not from arcane skills.
She presses her palm against the wall.
What else could produce such intense energy?
Oh, can I help you with something?
The maid's voice comes unexpectedly from behind them.
Miss Tuesday, I've got a question for you.
She stares intently at the maid, her gaze sharp as it's finally caught the scent of her prey.
Do you know how to get to room 707?
707?
Yup. What I've been looking for might just be in that room.
I'm usually more than happy to satisfy the requests of my guests, as long as it's within my power. But this one crosses the line.
Shame. Looks like negotiations are over. And thence we came forth to see again the stars.
After a brief moment, a glimmer of emerald light reunites in her eyes.
Using arcane skills so frequently is bad for your eyes. Didn't your family ever tell you that?
Her voice carries genuine concern.
So you knew what we were doing all along.
Of course. You weren't exactly subtle in your actions. What did you expect? But you've reached your limit now. 3.
What's that supposed to mean?
2.
Screw this. Your mind games won't work on me.
1.
Sleepy time? What? Darkness? The light in the mercenary's eyes goes out in an instant. Her eyes widen.
Huh? Who turned the lights off?
The hallway lights are as bright as ever.
The lights are still on, dear.
August doesn't respond. She pulls a pin of candy from her pocket. Her hand trembles slightly, causing it to slip from her grasp and falls to the floor with a crack. She picks it up and places it back in August's hand.
You rely far too much on picrasma candy. It can't solve all your problems.
She tosses the candy into her mouth and chews it along with the dust from the floor.
They usually work wonders for me. Just one candy restores 50% of my vision. But in my line of work, 50% is never enough. That's why I take 2. I need my vision to be at least 100%. That'll do the job most of the time, but sometimes I've got an extremely challenging task. That's when I eat a 3rd candy. At that point, it's getting extremely dangerous.
She pops another candy into her mouth.
I should be able to see now.
No miracles occur. Her eyes remain still, like the night sky with no
Should I
stars.
take more?
No, I was gonna...
Absolutely not. The large amount of candy you've eaten is exactly why your eyes have failed you, and in such a crucial moment, no less. Excess leads to destruction. This is true for all things. You do well to learn your limits.
What?
I also had to be careful not to frighten those children too much.
May seems to relieve some fond memories. A satisfied look on her pale face.
You've always put your faith in these candies, haven't you? 1 candy, 50% recovery. 2 candies, 100%. 3 candies, and you can tackle even the most insurmountable problem. Oh, how dependable they are. Just like the venerable Argus, who succeeds in any job she takes on.
She chuckles.
It's precisely your excessive confidence in these candies that has led to your marvelous destruction. Just as the people's trust in you as a mercenary has led you to this bottomless abyss. Oh, you poor thing. And of course, they'd never have imagined this. Argus, the mercenary named after the 100-eyed, all-seeing giant, is in fact a blind fool.
Who the hell are you?
He fires in the direction of her voice. The guns start ringing in her ears. The bullet pierces the wall, and a strange wail echoes through the halls of the motel.
Damn it! Damn it!
Wait, so is the motel actually a... Like the belly or
Missed me.
something? She digs her fingers into her hands as she tries to control her trembling. She steps forward, pushing her chest against the barrel of the gun.
There you go. Now there's no way you can miss. But do you have the guts to pull the trigger?
She tilts her head slightly, smiling.
The decision's yours to make. But once I'm dead, you'll never find room 707. Barbara, Kayla, everything you're looking for is all in that room, isn't it?
Don't you dare say her name with that filthy mouth!
But why? Miss Kayla's such a lovely guest. I very much enjoyed her company.
The maid looks at the mercenary's face with interest as it twists in rage.
Enough. You and I need to have a serious talk.
Oh, there's no need for that. Actually, my baby's eager to meet you.
Your baby?
He looks at the bundle of swaddling cloths in the maid's arm.
Yes. In fact, the baby is the master of this motel.
He holds out the bundle.
I think the two of you ought to meet each other first. Here, hold it.
She places it in her arms. The bundle is much lighter than expected, but not the weight of a child.
This is...
She sees the carpet beneath her feet transform into a quagmire. Student stands on the... The mercenary's shouts are dull, as if she's been plunged underwater. She hears her footsteps approaching from a distance, and feels the once light bundle becoming as heavy as lead. Something engulfs her ankles, pulling her down, 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 into the world of endless darkness. The emerald flame struggles to light up, and the mercenary lying on the ground tightly grabs her hand.
I ain't letting our deal end this way. Not while I draw breath.
Argus!
The maid presses her foot against Argus' finger and steps down. Argus
Don't
screams.
you interrupt them. There's no need to worry, Miss Burton. I've done this countless times. Now, allow me to peer into your dreams.
To be continued. Alright, so we're going to take a quick break. So maybe, I think maybe a 10-minute break. If anyone needs to grab food, drinks, use the bathroom or anything like that. We'll be back in 10. Alright, so we are back from break. Oh, okay. Alright, so we're on stage 17. The Puddle on the Road. So what is Tuesday doing to us? The sound of the world fades into total silence, and when she opens her eyes again, there's
Where
nothing.
am I?
A cool drop of water falls on her nose.
Is that rain? I can catch anything with a toss.
Is this her past flashback?
Listen, that's why you gathered us here, right?
You shouldn't be here.
You understand what we desire most, right, Burton?
The falling rain surrounds them. The children watch curiously.
We made it, right?
But why is it still raining?
Don't be such a baby, Isabella. Haven't you seen rain before?
The children reach out as they try to catch the raindrops in their hands.
No!
Were you afraid of children? Or rain?
A familiar voice echoes in the darkness.
No, I'm not afraid of them. Rain is common. It's always falling somewhere in the world. It's merely an ordinary weather phenomenon.
The maid snaps her finger. The raindrops halts, then starts to flow upward.
This is the kind of rain you're afraid of, isn't it? I've never seen rain fall upwards. Is this some creation of your imagination? Still, I don't see why you'd be afraid of rain falling in reverse. Would you care to enlighten me, dear child?
Miss Tuesday, please. Stop trying to get in my head and tell me where Argus is.
The maid ignores her and steps closer.
Before I met you, I never thought that a person without fear could exist in the world. I've never once guessed someone's fear incorrectly either. You really are something else.
You didn't guess incorrectly. These reversed raindrops have brought utter chaos to the world, pulverizing people under the crushing wheel of time. You should be thankful you've never seen it. But it can't stop us anymore. Because the umbrella's here.
He opens the umbrella.
At least now, when the storm comes, I can hold up the umbrella and protect my companions. And although this ability has come too late for some, we still have a future to protect. Why are you so obsessed with people's fears? Your hands have been trembling with excitement this whole time.
The maid clasps her hands under the chin. Her face flushed like a lily flower.
So I wasn't wrong at all. Why waste your time with that mercenary? She may look tough, but she's hollow inside. Have you ever eaten a macadamia nut? Crack the hard shell, and you'll find the delicious center. Who could resist the soft texture and rich flavor of fear?
Miss Tuesday, this has to end. You were the one pulling the strings here, aren't you?
The maid blushes as he twists her skirt with one hand.
Oh, what an astounding accusation. But oh, do I feel so gratified. I've never felt so satiated in my entire life.
Her very being seems to be caught in a strange tremor.
Oh, you're the only one who's ever seen through me. How exhilarating. However, your accusation missed the mark.
She stretched out her hands. They looked especially pure under the rain.
You see my hands? They're immaculate. Never once tainted by a single drop of blood. I take great pride in it. You see, I barely do anything to make people's fears arise.
Her hand trembles with excitement.
I would never injure anyone. Fear created through physical harm is its crudest and most base form. What I crave is the fear that lingers in their hearts
forever.
The maid's cheeks flush a
The kind
faint
of
pink.
fear that, even years later, when they recount their experiences here to their friends and families, a seed of fear is planted in the listeners' hearts. I instill fear in my guests, and they become my beloved children.
Thanks for a posture check, Panzer. In the rain, her fingers tremble uncontrollably, and a beautiful smile spreads across her face.
Where is she? Where's Argus?
Well, I suppose she's experiencing her own fears right now. Under that hard mercenary exterior, she's tormented by them. Can you imagine that?
Sorry, Miss Tuesday. But I'm not interested in this vile obsession of yours.
The one with the umbrella walks deeper into the darkness. The sound of birds chirping fills the air. August is back home on those familiar plains.
This is...
She stands on the field, nothing but the wind and rustling grass before her.
Howdy, Argus. Long time no see. We thought you'd never come back.
Mr. Dennis? Why are you here?
Oh boy, you listening to yourself? Why wouldn't I be here? It's my daughter's wedding day.
Huh? Oh, well, congratulations.
She finally catches on.
But you really shouldn't be here. Don't you remember? 3 years ago, your daughter ran away from home. She left a letter and then went with Mr. Schaefer to a city in the northeast. Detroit, I think? I don't quite remember.
Oh, come on. Quit fooling around.
After 3 months of searching, I found her. But she refused to come back with me. So you went to Detroit yourself. And then you...
Her words drifts off. Dennis died in Detroit while looking for his daughter. At least, that's what she remembers. But how can that be? He's right here, standing right in front of her.
In any case, I'm sorry I couldn't bring her back.
What are you talking about, Argus? You must be tired from working on all those requests that the townsfolk have pushed upon you. I've told them so many times to go easy on you. That said, I have a request for you myself.
What is it? Did you lose some livestock, or...?
The talisman winks and hands her an invitation.
Come to Alice's wedding. We've prepared plenty of food and beer, and we've got the chapel choir together. Don't miss out, Missy.
Sorry. I won't be there.
Why?
Why, Argus?
I need to deliver a letter to Mrs. Mary's husband. She can't go herself because of her bad legs, you see.
Hey, August, I didn't ask you to deliver any letters.
Mrs. Mary, didn't you...
Mary passed away in 1989. August saw her coffin being told. So everybody that she knows is dying, or that died, and they're preparing? Another person declared that it's death standing before her.
You're still alive?
What kind of nonsense are you spouting? You really ought to take a proper rest. Today is Alice's big day. We should all be at her wedding, don't you think? Oh, my sweet child. Why are your hands shaking?
Are you afraid?
Why? Are you afraid of their happiness? Or are you afraid of your failure?
I'm not a failure.
Oh, my sweet child.
Argus, Argus, got a message to send? Go get Argus, your trusted friend.
Argus, Argus, got a cheek fast cat. Go get Argus, she's got your back.
What? A foreign voice echoes through her mouth and surrounds her.
Who's there?
Her surrounding sighs like a tide, leaving only a girl in white standing before her. Wrapped in half-soiled birth cloth, a lamb lies at her feet. A girl's hands are covered in blood and unknown fluid. Her smile is as pure as a dove.
It's me, Kayla. You haven't forgotten me, have you?
Kayla.
It's getting dark. We should take them back. Ain't no way they'll make it through the night out here with their mama hurt. And you can't see a thing at night.
Yeah, we need to go back now. Can't delay any longer. What?
Hold on a moment.
The lamb bleats.
What are you doing?
There.
She kneels down and gently strokes the lamb's neck. The lamb bows its head and licks her fingertips. They're still wet with aluminum foil. Kina smiles and tightens the grips around the lamb's neck. It lets out a piercing cry, sending a distant flock of birds into the air. The cry becomes weak, more strangled, and then silent as the life is squeezed out of the body.
Isn't it better to die a quick death than end up in the belly of a wolf?
You've got no right to make that decision. No living thing is born to simply die. It could have stood up. It could have survived.
The girl gets to her feet.
We can go now.
No, don't go.
The girl smiles as the long grass rustles against her flowing skirt in the breeze.
Oh, you've reminded me. There are 2 problems left unsolved. Those 2. Over there.
Argus looks into the distance. Dennis and Mary are standing and smiling at her.
Kill them. It would only take 2 bullets. 3 seconds max. As long as they're alive, they'll come after you just as hard as you hunt the targets of your missions. I'm sure you know that better than I do.
Why should I kill them?
Do you need a reason? Just do as we've always done. I say, and you too. No need to think about it. Isn't that what you pride yourself on? A mindless tool that blindly follows orders. That's all a mercenary needs to be. Isn't that the so-called value of a mercenary that you always talk about?
No, it ain't true.
What's with the hesitation anyway? It's not like you give a damn about other people's lives. The only reason you can't bring yourself to kill them is because you enjoy how they always praise you and depend on you.
You ain't Kayla.
Seriously? Are you saying I'm a fraud just because I don't meet your expectations of what I'm supposed to be?
The girl gives an unexpected smile.
Fine. If you think I'm not Kayla, then why don't you kill me now? Just shoot me in the chest, and these people will treat you like a hero. They'll gather in the fields, holding torches, and chant your name.
Argus already raised her gun, but her hands are shaking, the barrel trembling.
Argus, she's spineless. Argus, she's... Argus.
The deepest despairing external danger. If there were a deceitful spirit eternal hellstation, we only have our own two legs to stand on.
The bullets pierced the girl's soft chest. Her blood splattered on the field, dotting the grass like a splattering of poppies. It clings to the grass, it waves, causing the blade to bend.
Oh, Argus! Our great hero!
The tales of your heroic deeds will be passed down through generations.
She ain't Kayla.
Now, you're lying to yourself again. Of course she's Kayla.
It's not possible.
Do I need to show you the bullet through her heart for you to believe it, Bonehead?
Damn it!
Don't pull the trigger.
An unexpected voice comes from beside her.
Virgin?
How did she get all the way out here? Where did she come from?
Calm down, Argus. Remember, what you see isn't real. You're still inside the motel. At least for now.
Oh, here comes another little lady.
Excellent timing. Come join the party.
Was it this time? Is it Virgin or Tuesday?
Program activated.
It's nearly made this year. Woohoo! Psycho!
And now, to return to my long-term mission.
Burden.
I'm here to get you out.
So that wasn't Kayla.
She lets out a long sigh of relief.
Couldn't ask for better news than that, really.
No, it wasn't. Let's get out of here.
She reaches out her hand in invitation.
Okay.
August reaches out. She feels like something abominable is chasing after her. That if she stops, the shadow of confusion will come and swallow her whole. And this hand is her only salvation. Her escape from the labyrinth. She
ain't Kayla.
She declares this with absolute certainty. When an interview opportunity presents itself, a professional journalism always grabs it by both hands. You2 special interview Tuesday. Emily, thanks for the hydrate. Thanks for the stretch. Alright. An interview, huh? Well, I do declare that it is new grounds for me, especially being interviewed by a child like you. So, what do you want to know? You're no stranger to the realm of fear, and undoubtedly holds a unique perspective of the concept. That's why I want to hear what you have to say. You're a curious little one, aren't you? I wonder, is the rest of your flock this noisy? Nosy? Look, darling, for me, fear is like a little hobby. Like some people enjoying fishing, some like brewing their own beer, and some even like combing the knots out of a sheep's fleece. No offense. None taken, please go on. Appreciating fear takes finesse. You have to ease into it gently, like nudging a glass along the edge of a table with just your fingertip. Then, you hear this nice crisp click. So, you see yourself as a fear particular, not a direct participant, correct? You're a smart child. How do I put this? It's more like a scare are scaring them. Wait, it's more like the scares are scaring themselves. Those poor lambs will do their hard work for you, you see. Their imagination is my greatest tool. People start to make choices for themselves after experiencing true fear, based entirely on the imagination of their own validation, and that's the most interesting part. So part 18, Sleepless Night. No one wields greater power than she, for she is the mother. The motel hallway is as quiet as ever. The maid stands smiling.
Did you see it?
It?
My baby, of course. Oh, so it didn't show up then? What a shy little pumpkin.
What is it exactly?
A supernatural being. An amalgam of urban legends. An ever-pounding heart. And a shy little baby. All under one roof. But seeing how you got out of there in one piece, I'm certain you've already earned its approval. Come on in. I'll show you the sweetest little room in the motel.
A red door appears behind her.
Don't be afraid, sweetheart. Go ahead. Open the door.
The door remains motionless.
Open it. Now.
The mercenary says nothing. She suddenly wipes the barrel of her gun. He fires 2 shots at the red door. The entire mumble trembles violently.
That'll do it.
Before she can reload, the ground starts to shake beneath her feet, and the deafening sound reverberates through the hallway. The maid's eyes widen in surprise.
Why didn't I think of that? Your eyes haven't recovered yet, have they? Such poor aim. Let me lend you a hand. Listen to Mama. I told you long ago about the consequences of disobedience. Oh, it's out of bullets. Could you help me reload? Oh, my sweet child. Can you see it? This is the beauty of fear.
Watch out!
Please, come in, my dear guest. You'll find what you seek inside.
So what does Ashley 2 say? Balance mode, a temporary... Oh. Okay, so that we can use people that we don't have, right? I'm gonna check what characters to use. Oh wait, no. Okay, so maybe it's thinking something different. Huh? Cancel, cancel. So what's it look like? Oh, it's a heart? Oh.
Program activated.
The Rockabye baby. Phase 1, periodic inflicts more dread on enemies. Phase 2, periodic causes all characters to lose HP, including self. The ultimate creates an array which inflicts more dread on enemies or inflicts disarm on enemies. Boo-hoo. Aw.
What the hell is this thing?
Miss Burton, please follow my instructions. First, I need to calm my sweet baby. All the monkeys in the cages chose the mother covered in cloth. All children need to form attachments. It's a vital part of how they learn about the world. Now, go ahead and make contact using whatever method you see fit. Don't worry. I'll keep the situation under control. This is the only way it'll obey.
Ugh, you want me to touch it? How about I let my bullets do the job?
Agony is indeed a form of attachment. You'll make a good mother, Miss Argus.
You make me sick.
Oh, my apologies.
The moment of utterance.
Another jar?
Loading. Charging.
Learn from silence.
Got you.
Target confirmed. Eliminate target.
So for this one we forgot a healer, but well hopefully we can get through. Ah, messed up.
The moment of silence.
Woohoo! Take off. Listen up.
We walk in long nights.
Sending down signals from above. Stars light the way. It's wrong.
Time for tongues to speak of truth.
It's newly made this year.
Loading.
Another jar?
The scale of your soul has tilted. The balance needs to be restored.
There they are.
Barrage.
Let's get it over quick. Got you.
Charging.
Time for ears to listen.
It's newly made this year.
Wait a sec.
The moment of utterance.
Loading.
Wait a sec, that's something wrong. Oh, I see it now.
Charging.
Time for ears to listen.
Another jar?
Loading. The light that illuminates all.
Go wrap my baby in your warm embrace and put it out of its agony.
Aim and shoot.
I knew I should have put a healer in.
Another jar? Woohoo! Psycho!
This is exactly the honeyed comfort my baby desires most. But it can never be allowed to taste its sweetness. It'll always be dangled just out of reach. How exhilarating. Please, continue.
I'll fill the cup for you. Enjoy! Unbreakable! Ugh. Gotcha!
This will be close.
It's newly made this year. Like the mission. Let's get it over quick. That's the sound for a new era.
Do that.
Listen up. Shotgun!
And now we'll put a healer in. Yo, what is the weakness? Hold on. Where's to fairy? So that would that be enough though?
Step into the fairy ring.
What the hell is this thing?
Miss Verton, please follow my instructions. First, I need to calm my sweet baby. All the monkeys in the cages chose the mother covered in cloth. All children need to form attachments. It's a vital part of how they learn
Nah,
about the world.
it's the boss we're fighting.
Now, go ahead and make contact using whatever method you see fit. Don't worry. I'll keep the situation under control.
It's the motel. It's the haunted highway thing.
This is the only way it'll obey.
Ugh, you want me to touch it? How about I let my bullets do the job?
Agony is indeed a form of attachment. You'll make a good mother, Miss Argus.
You make me sick.
Oh, my apologies.
The moment of utterance.
Another jar?
Charging.
It's newly made this year.
Benefit from reading.
There they are.
Target confirmed.
Let's get it over quick.
Shell damaged.
Don't you hear the song, The Rockabye Baby? Let's see, dude.
The moment of silence.
The wrong one.
The moment of utterance.
Loading. Eliminate target.
The moment of silence.
Charging.
The moment of utterance.
Is that a
Loading.
firefly?
Another jar?
Fairy.
We walk in long nights.
A gift in return for your tooth.
Aim and shoot.
You don't want to miss it.
I'll do a heal.
There they are.
We'll do another heal.
Coming.
Circuit functioning properly.
Coming. Another jar?
Huh?
Which one hurts? This one or
Robot.
this
Child
one?
of science.
I'll fill the cup for you.
It's crying in pain. Go wrap my baby in your warm embrace and put it out of its agony.
Got you.
Sweetness comes after the pain. It won't last.
Damaged.
Stay balanced.
Balance before dawn breaks.
Looks was newly made this year.
Let's see.
This is exactly the honeyed comfort my baby desires most. But it can never be allowed to taste its sweetness. It'll always be dangled just out of reach. How exhilarating. Please, continue.
There they are.
We need more heals. Let's do the heals.
Was that a firefly or a tooth fairy?
Coming!
Time comes to speak of truth.
A traditional treatment.
I'll fill the cup for you.
The scale of your soul has tilted. The balance needs to be restored.
Alright, so let's see. Almost down. This might just do another heal just in case.
Which one hurts? This one or this one? Charging.
The main flicker.
Sweetness comes after the pain.
Barrage.
Enjoy!
Moment of utterance.
Dance before dawn breaks. Which one hurts? This one or this one?
Loading.
Benefit from reading.
A little surprise.
The light that illuminates all.
Uh-oh. It's on me. Have to heal.
Time for ears to
Was
listen.
that a firefly or a tooth fairy? A traditional treatment. Dance before dawn breaks.
Charging. Loading. Target confirmed.
I can inflict intoxicating pain upon it, which is precisely why I became its mother.
If you hadn't explained this earlier, I might have mistaken this for some kind of monster training show.
Look, it's calmed down. My sweet, obedient baby. You deserve a reward.
It fell asleep.
You may proceed now.
I found a tooth. Perhaps it's a gift for the toothberries.
When I found it, it was still called Sweet Home. It was all alone, abandoned in the wilderness. The poor little thing.
So you took it in? Some unknown, growing arcane consciousness that takes the form of a motel, yet somehow also exists as a baby?
Yes.
The maid bends down and picks up the swaddled baby from the crib.
There.
But it seriously impacted the lives of the locals.
Oh, Miss Verton. They chose to come here of their own volition. I never forced them to stay.
But after leaving, some of them went mad or even committed suicide.
Well, they made those decisions themselves. Now is not the time to dwell on such trivial matters, Miss Verton. Haven't you been searching for Miss Barbara?
She points to the open door.
Don't get any bright ideas made.
Her eyes shining emerald again as he presses the barrel of a shotgun against Tuesday's
If
back.
Burden gets so much as a scratch, I'll blast your chest open. Along with your baby. Go inside, boss. I'll keep an eye on her.
Red curtains cover every inch of the room like flesh clinging to a body. An ivory bed stands in the center.
Here you are, Miss Verton. I'm so glad. I was beginning to think I'd never regain contact with the outside world.
Miss Argus, you can put your gun down now.
She speaks, trembling slightly as he savors every moment of her heightened heart rate.
I've shown my utmost sincerity, have I not?
Shut your trap.
Let's get out of here, Miss Barbara. I don't think it's the wisest choice to have this conversation while we're still inside a living thing. Argus, I need you to keep Tuesday in check until we make it out of here.
You ain't gotta tell me twice.
A beam of light shines in through the window. Dawn is breaking.
I've gazed at this scenery countless times, but never have I felt as enthralled as today. But, Miss Verton, don't you think you've forgotten something?
Forgotten what?
That guest who came with you. Shortly after her arrival, she hurried off to that armament factory. She's such an impatient child. Luckily, she made her way back here. Her name's Lilia, right?
What did you do to her?
The maid laughs softly.
Relax, she's fine. She's sleeping soundly as we speak, with or without nightmares. Follow me. I'm sure she's eager to see you.
Is there another room?
This is the room.
Open it.
The maid finds the keys on her keyring, puts it on a lock, and turns it. The room is empty.
Oh.
The maid frowns, her annoyance visible on her face. The owner of the suitcase rushes to the window and looks down. Lila is sitting exhausted below. Their eyes met.
Vertin, there you are. Listen, those Manu scum have already wormed their way into the town. We can't go there.
You look terrible.
I couldn't sleep at all in that haunted room. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw all kinds of creepy stuff. Can you come down here, Capitan? Talking like this hurts my neck.
Okay.
To be continued. "19. Gone in the wind. The soil is moist and fertile in the south, where the song of the wind reaches far. Did we ever
What's
meet
going
Kayla?
on?
Outside the motel, the rising dawn paints the earth a deep orange. Lila looks confused as they approach.
Are you okay, Capitan?
I'm fine. I have good news and bad news.
Don't bother with the order. Just lay it on me.
The good news is, we found Barbara. The bad news is we've got a new problem. This motel is the manifestation of a living consciousness that constantly generates urban legends and spreads fear. It might turn into a supernatural arcanist in the future. We can't let it grow here unchecked. We need the help of the Foundation to keep it under control.
Boss, my job here is done. I'm heading into town for Kayla.
She looks off into the distance.
Oh, and I promised the young fella that I'd help him find his mother. I've got to go now.
How do I pay your fee?
Fee?
She laughs heartily.
We're friends, Verdon. I don't need no payment.
She says her goodbyes and sets off on the road ahead.
All right, Capitan. Any progress on finding Erd?
Little sheep's ears twitches.
That's why you came looking for me, right? I'll ask the wind for you. It's the least I can do.
She closes her eyes.
Did she doze off?
The touch breeze caresses her ears, like an invisible thread being woven between them.
I'm listening. Oh, I heard it. The answer.
She opens her eyes.
A distant wind told me that Miss Erd's latest submission came from the Sao Paulo Veterans Residence. The article she submitted was an excellent piece, but Atu doesn't know anything beyond that.
Okay.
I suppose we'll all have restful sleep and sweet dreams tonight. I've collected the material I needed for the upcoming feature interview. I bet the readers will enjoy it. I'll be sure to include your name on the byline, Miss Tuesday.
Me? I don't think I contributed anything.
Quite the contrary. You played a significant role. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't have realized my inner fear of losing communication with the world. First-hand experiences like this are invaluable to an editor.
Oh, with the way you put it, I almost regret letting you go.
I won't be returning. The interview's over.
She closes her little red notebook.
If all goes well, you'll be able to read about it in the next issue of Atu. I'll take my leave now.
Goodbye.
Good. I can't wait to leave this place.
We can't leave yet. I just contacted the Texas branch. Their staff is on their way here. They have to investigate this supernatural being as soon as possible.
And they'll be here soon, I presume.
I can feel their energy fluctuations of teleportation rituals. It must be them.
She turns her head to see a stranger standing before her. The girl in front of her has a chestnut hair, carries a woven basket on her arms.
Looks like you guessed wrong, Capitan. I met her in town. Name's Kayla.
Kayla?
The girl smiles brightly at her.
Do you know someone called Argus?
The girl smiles becomes more gentle.
The name doesn't ring a bell. How strange. What kind of parent would name their child after a 100-eyed giant? You must have mistaken me for someone else. Kayla's a common name after all. Like Emma, Anna, or Catherine. More importantly, miss, you look...
The girl smiles once more.
Although I've never met you before, you seem familiar.
The pale moth lands on the pedal. Gently fluttering its wings, its scales shimmering in the morning
I
light.
hope you have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
The girl tucks the flower under her arms.
Are you a guest at this motel?
The girl nods.
What happened here?
The St. Pavlov Foundation has taken over. I suggest you find alternative accommodation, given the dangerous incidents that have occurred here.
What should I do? All my things are still inside.
The Foundation staff will take care of it for you later. You can trust them.
Can't I just go and get my things now?
I would advise you to wait until the Foundation staff arrive.
Oh, I can look after myself. No need to worry about me, miss.
Congrats on second.
That girl.
Lila breaks her long silence.
What about her?
Never mind. It's probably nothing.
It's always something. The light from a teleportation disc flickers nearby.
Apologies for our delayed arrival, Miss Burton. We've been unable to locate the motel until about 10 minutes ago. It's as if something was deliberately interfering with our sense of direction.
The Autumn Foundation staff is busy assessing the situation. A faint sound echoes from the depths of the motel.
Oh.
The door suddenly swings open, and a pale, trash-covered corpse is thrown out of it.
Once again, it insisted on eating garbage off the floor. Is every child this stubborn?
It's Stefan, a Xeno officer.
Stefan. Sounds familiar.
The staff member flips through the records, quickly finding the information he's looking for.
The records show he was a high-ranking Xeno officer who went missing after the vacuum bomb footage leaked. Xeno issued a staggering bounty on him. I guess whatever he did really angered Admiral Igor. Who would have thought he'd be hiding in this little motel in the middle of nowhere?
Obviously, luck wasn't on his side.
All right, Miss Burton. We'll take over from here.
The maid remains calm, gently patting the bundle in her arms.
After the branch completes its procedures, you'll be sent to the headquarters for a more thorough assessment.
Will you return my baby to me?
It's too early to discuss that. Let's go, Lilia.
She picks up the suitcase.
We must report back to Madame Z about Erg.
What happened to Kayla's though? She went inside. Is she okay? Got 2 stars for hygiene guide. For hostesses, cleanliness is next to godliness. Unfortunately, the subject this hostess wishes to clean is all of it. All for it. Tuesday, motel cleaning records. Week 4, cleaning routine. Room 105, clean carpet stained with vomit. 108, clean stains and fingerprints off wall. 205, broken glass, contact supply for replacement. Week 5, 105, clean carpet stained with vomit. Lesson needs to be taught. 211, replace shower heads. Cracked in glass in room 205 disappeared. Isn't that the one that she shot? Or am I thinking of the different room that Virgin was in? That August shot, I mean. Week 8, cleaning. Front desk, table needs repair. 102, war scorch. I saw that, I'm sure of it. Scorch marks disappeared. That's a good baby. Week 10, 105, bloodstains, carpet ruins. It's time for a punishment. 202, glass completely shattered. Repaired all by itself. A good baby deserves a reward tonight. Room 105, of course. So was there a body at 105? Sweet dreams, a song drifting through countless night dreams. So lullaby, close your eyes, my darling little dear. The shiny moon and peaceful nights are dancing ever near. In your cradle will dream a dream, so tender and so sweet. Dream a dream to entertain and make this night complete. Close your eyes, my darling little one. The owls have caught some squirrels, dear. Such luck and oh, such fun. One by one their eyes survey, on branches perched so high, feasting fiercely on such delight, their banquet in the sky. Close your eyes, my darling little star. The black horse roams with the wilderness through rolling fields afar. Don't you fret, their hoofs no harm shall bring. Their gentle pitter-patter prances lighter than the wind. Close your eyes, my darling little love. The barn is filled with fright and fear, below is as above. Breakfast ready, maw agape, a rousing sweet delight. Here awaits you to awake, devoured by morning lights. So, 20, gone are the old days. Poor child, thinking a pitiful cry would lead to warm embrace.
Oh dear. It seems a lot transpired while I was away.
After a moment's thought, she dials the number on her phone. A few rings later, the call is answered.
Miss Grace, I thought you'd forgotten me. I've been exposed.
As expected, the voice on the other end is restless.
Kimberly, care to tell me what happened in this motel? There's blood and brains splattered in the hallway. Who died and how?
It was that Xeno madman. He shot himself in the head. But I still hadn't managed to destroy the ritual sigils under his head. And I couldn't find the...
She sighs.
Now that our base of operations has been exposed, we'll have to take away everything related to the ritual and leave. The Foundation's rats will thoroughly search this place soon.
Ugh, the last thing I need right now is to deal with them.
There's a brief and unusual silence on the other end of the line.
And, could you tell me more about this Burton?
There's a hint of anxiety in her voice.
I might have had a slip of the tongue when she confronted me earlier. How good is her memory?
Fret not, Kimberly. People rarely pay attention to things that don't directly involve them.
She smiles faintly.
But I do look forward to seeing her again.
Wait, is it Arcana? Wait, what? Several days later.
We're just here to have a conversation, Ms. Tuesday. Relax.
I found it in the wilderness.
You mean the motel with arcane powers? Just to confirm, the base form of this arcane consciousness is a heart-shaped fetus, correct?
Yes.
It's about as intelligent as a one-year-old human, and it lacks the ability to deliberately plan or cause the incidents in the motel. Meanwhile, it sees you as its mother, displaying remarkable trust and dependence on you. Therefore, we believe you were a major contributor to these incidents, or rather, the one who pulled the strings. You may not have acted with evil intent, but your actions have caused many residents in Chisos to suffer mental breakdowns. They were seeking some form of relief from their mental anguish, which provided the perfect opportunity for the Manus to entrench themselves so deeply in this town. Isn't that so, Miss Tuesday?
Well, I've never been to that town. And even if it is, as you say, they made their choices, didn't they?
I see.
She scribbles down the information on her clipboard.
The timekeeper just reported another crucial piece of information to the Foundation. Were there any activities going on in the motel undertaken by the self-proclaimed followers of the Order of Enlightenment?
Oh, there indeed were. They left not long ago. I still remember their faces.
What did they do at the motel?
They scribbled on the floor and made strange noises. Oh, I remember now. Whatever it was they were trying to do, it was a total failure. One poor girl became trapped inside their mirror. She never stopped trying to escape. The mirror would make banging noises all night long.
We didn't find anyone trapped in a mirror during our search.
Well, that's sad, I suppose.
Her expression remains calm as always.
If you knew they were from a dangerous arcanist organization, why didn't you report them to the Foundation?
Why would I?
She licks her lips.
Fear doesn't frighten me. No, quite the contrary. It excites me. I would embrace fear any day of the week.
The And we just finished the story. So we finished the main event. And I guess there's some... Is this... Okay. Tuesday's motel incident investigation report. Assert. Now the Foundation staff has taken over here. It's time for the routine cleanup procedure to settle in. And hate. Tuesday's motel incident investigation report. Assert. Subject of supervision. An unknown arcanum entity. At the current stage, identified as a living consciousness, commonly referred as Tuesday's Motel. Hereafter refers as to the whole motel. Level of self-awareness, medium to low, lacking gender, age, and other cognitive attributes, but capable of responding to certain human logistic cues. Arcane skills. Ability includes but not limited to influencing, condition, creating illusion, generating enclosed space, and creating aggressive arcanum entities. Test indicates that the subject responds to Tuesday's voice and action appropriately to 60.15% of the time, and can allow certain simple commands such as defend, allow, and forbid. It is less responsive to researchers and exhibits a certain level of aggression. Tuesday denies manipulating or training the motel, claiming that the relationship is one of nurture and partnership. According to Tuesday, the subject was discovered in the Texas countryside, dynamic in its form and size, currently mimicking the motel along Route 77. The subject's size is correct with the amount of fear it absorbs. The subject can create tangible arcanum entities that implants illusion in affected individuals and cause real damage. Witness records shows that the entities can exhibit characteristics associated with modern North American myths and legends, including but not limited to Bloody Mary, the Mothman, and Poltergeist. Handling recommendation. Given Tuesday's influence over the subject, it is recommended that the motel is kept under Tuesday's stewardship, but Tuesday must be monitored at all times. Alternatively, consider transferring them to Team Timekeeper. Now that is over, I can finally get back to gathering information on the urban legends around here. Every day, a certain amount of urban legend materials will refresh. Gathering it will help Barbara Peach. Oh, so it's a daily thing? Hey, is this some kind of interview? Are you a journalist? Heading all the way out here from the cities, trying to dig up some dirt on the Badlands. You want to hear those stories? Hey girlie, listen up. Some of those rumors are true. You ever heard of the old town where everyone had a nervous breakdown? Scared out of their wits by birds, shadows, and God knows what? And about those drivers who stay in the motel, running for their lives at the crack of dawn, pedaling to the meadow. They're my friends, my clients, my favorite bar owner. How could I not believe them? We did what we could to spread the word. We wanted to get this thing covered in small articles in a southern voice. That's exactly how these stories get around, see? Oh, fresh urban legend materials. Let's take a look. Oh, so wait. Okay, so we got these legends. Tap here to view the first legend, the Haunted Highway. Okay. Tap here to see the urban legend materials. People have told all kinds of details about the urban legend. I wonder how the stories will unfold. Tap here to add keywords to shape the story and determine its direction. Okay, so... Buddy, I heard this wild story at the disco party. A woman was driving home alone at night when the radio started broadcasting news of local kidnapping. Just then, her phone rang. At the same time in her rearview mirror, she noticed a car rapidly speeding towards her. Keep driving. Do I do anything? Wait, I'll confirm. The woman was understandably spooked. There was no way she could answer her phone in a situation like this. The car behind her was clearly after her. She had to focus on driving to make sure her hands wouldn't shake on the steering wheel. Speed up. The driver was sailing closely. Just as she feared, frightened, the woman floored it Try to shake off the car. Chase. But that made the driver even crazier. His car chased her closely. At one point, his bumper even tapped her. I'm thinking if I hit speed up more, it's gonna be some accident. So the woman sped up again. She ran through all the red lights, but the car continued to pursue her. Finally, she arrived home. Watch out! At the moment, she heard the driver of the car behind her lean out the window and shout, "Get out of the car! There's someone in your back seat!" It was then she saw there was a kidnapper hiding in the back seat, ready to attack. An urban legend with a distinct twist. From the details, I can see how the story takes shape, and I enjoy how it unfolds. Wait, so what do we get? Is that an S, or does that mean something else? An urban legend with a distinctive twist. From the details, I can see how the story takes shape, and I enjoy how it unfolds. Okay. Okay, so we got that one. But it's getting late, so we're gonna continue this another time. I think hopefully everything's opened up. Alright, do we... Okay. So we do have a Tuesday story coming up, so we might do something in that time too. Alright, so thanks everyone for coming out today's stream. Let's see, did anything, Alright, so thanks everyone for coming out again. Thanks to Abby for reading. So thanks Abby, Panzer, Millie. We're gonna see who we can read it out to. Haven't decided what we're doing tomorrow, if we're doing anything. But we did finish the main story, our main event for the 2.1 update. We could just collect our dailies. I mean, collect our rewards. So we got, what do we get? We unlocked a costume. So we got Bonnie's new costume, which is kind of cute.
This is where the Arcanists live. To be fair...
Oh, did I not hit get dressed? Okay, let's go to the ending soon screen.
Whatever sort of reputation it has,
Oh, okay.
a place to stay gains a special allure when night comes around. The thought of a nice room and a soft...
So I believe we're back from the ads. I was just asking Sasu, did you just wake up? Or have you been up for a while? My regular rounds.
Barrage.
Oh.
Let's get it over quick.
The light
That illuminates all. Target confirmed.
Enjoy! There they are.
Again, in 1022. Barrage.
There they are.
I found a tooth. Perhaps it's a gift.
Alright, I just want to check what this is. Let's see, what's it? So what this little information is. The car rumbles down the dusty stretch, carrying two fleeting enterprisers who dreams of creating a legend of Route 77, a legend forged with bullets and burning rubber. Oh, it's a fighting scene, huh?
Did I start running?
Alright, so let's see. We'll do
It's newly made
this
this year.
one. Single target without double. And I think, yeah, that should be good.
Another jar?
Easy stuff. Completed! The legendary adventures come to an abrupt end. The hostage piles on profuse gratitude, thanking you with the gift of all the ghost stories he knows. Half a fly lies on the road. The crease, tire tracks, and coffee stains it bears tells a thrilling tale. Perhaps its previous owner experienced the same mishap. Attention all true explorers. Get in your cars, grab your map, and gather your courage to join us on a mysterious adventure tour. Illiterary, Old Valley, Ghost Cowboy Haunt. Haley Oilfields, Mysteries Glowing Creatures. Big Henry's Old, Site of Hook Killing. Route 77, in search of a mysterious motel. Ghosts, Critters, Arcanists? Together, we'll uncover the truth. Meet us at the Town Hall entrance on Friday at 5 p.m. More? A color printed flyer noted with the what seems to be explanation behind several urban legends. Alligator Ranch Extravaganza. Get ready for adventure of a lifetime. Hundreds of sharp-toothed stars with mouths open wide are eager to meet you. Oh, nice. At least you figured it out. As Texas behemoths converge right there, Alligator Kingdom Paradise. Boy Parade. The great spectacular like you never seen before. 100 alligators are here to welcome you in the wild world. Alligator feeding frenzy. This is a challenge that's not for the faint of heart, where your fingertips brush against a giant hungry jaw. Don't worry though, our safety measures are flawless, ensuring a perfect blend of excitement and safety. Seriously. Giant exhibition. Everything's bigger in Texas. It's true, folks. Come see for yourself. See the state's largest cowboy hat, boots, water wheel, and a whole lot of other classic wonders you never even dreamed of. Critters Corner. Come meet the latest little stars down on the ranch. Captured by Texas' bravest hunters. From those invisible little pests making mischiefs on your field, to the true crypto legends of the Badlands, come and see them today. Now here before your eyes. Delay no more. Come join the extravaganza today. It shows that the critters escaped. The little critters gather, earnestly and mercilessly digesting a mouthful of dust and knowledge. Unfortunately, the folklore tome you have been looking for is among them.
Program activated.
Alright, so let's do the smash again. So it's this.
It's newly made this year.
This, and then we'll do that.
Another jar? There they are.
The critters scattered in every direction, a clear sign that you have been won this battle for knowledge. Alright, so let's do the night driving and choose a different path and see how we do. So we chose, I think for this one we chose to run away. Okay. Have a good walk. Let's see, so I could get 3 stories. Wait, so how do I... Or let's reset it and see what our next choice is. We'll pull over. Complete the previous step to see more. She hesitates for a long time. The car behind her frightens her too much to search for the ringing Motorola. At the end, she pulls over and watches the car cautiously. To her shock, it immediately brakes and parks right next to her. It was then that the woman realized there was no driver in the other vehicle at all. It was an old black sedan with an enormous aura, like a messenger from hell. The woman screams and ran away from the car. She regretted it immediately, fearing the car might try to hit her. But instead, the ghost car simply turned on its headlights and honked. Then, to her surprise, her beautiful car honked back and both cars drove off together, leaving her behind. To this day, they say the duo still haunts Highway 77. The classic urban legend, though exaggerated and embellished, it retains much more of an original charm, worth noting down. Alright, so we got 2 of them. Let's restart again. And this time we'll do telephone. She hesitated for a long time. The car behind her scares her so much. Oh, the same. Okay. Birthday. It was her mother calling. Right, it was her birthday today. She's been so busy with work that she forgot all about it. Her mother was calling to wish her a happy birthday. Keep driving. After finishing the call, the woman prepared to keep driving. She noticed that the car from the rearview mirror had now pulled beside her. Terrified, she decided to drive off immediately. Swerve. The driver keeps chasing her. The woman thinks the driver is harassing her. Got angry and decided to teach him a lesson. She began swerving. Swerve more. Finally, the woman got really angry. She swerved, ramming into the other vehicle. The driver was clearly shocked, and this time she drove off. The woman sighed in relief, thinking she has finally shaken off the car that has followed her. But what she didn't know was that the kidnapper has been hiding in her backseat all along. He has been unable to act due to the car, and now it was his moment to strike. A common urban legend was an interesting twist, though its detail, I can see how the story has spread far and wide. That's my favorite part of collecting these tales. Okay. We got it all. Let's try Home Alone. This is a story of my great aunt heard from a neighbor, who heard it was from a friend, who heard it was from a second cousin. A couple has an emergency and needed to leave their young daughter home alone. Unfortunately, the girl was a well-behaved child, and they had a loyal German Shepherd, so the parents left with the peace of mind. German Shepherd. Stories often develop in the most unexpected way. You should try a combination. Oh, it was the girl's first night home alone, and she was nervous yet excited. This time, no one would stop her from watching TV. She sat on the couch with a German Shepherd until 11 p.m. When the local news reported some recent disappearance, she became a little frightened. It was time for bed, and the girl called her parents to let them know that everything was okay. Her parents said that she would be back in the morning. The girl drifted to sleep. Suddenly, in the middle of the night, she was awakened by a strange sound, like dripping water. Upon awakening, the girl was puzzled by the sound of water. It was constant, unlike an ordinary leak. Then, her German Shepherd suddenly started barking, causing her to leap up and search the source of the noise. The girls discovered that the German Shepherd has already been sucked halfway into the drain. Yes, the tiny little drain pipe. She had to use all her strength to pull the poor pup back out. They said this is the real truth behind all the disappearance. Then the town pipes gained self-awareness and started hunting for prey. Listen, you better be careful around your drain or beware of Arcanus. The urban legend, though has some shortcomings, its impressions are precisely what makes urban legends so charming. Alright, let's restart it and do the other one. This one we'll do Girl Dare Explore. So what kind of exploring? Into the wilds. The girl walks towards the outskirts of town. It happened to be a full moon, and the moon was shining unusually bright. As she walks, her German Shepherd begins barking madly. She tries to calm the dog, but it turned and ran away in fear. Her voice sounded like a wolf and howl. She had turned into... Wait, what? She turned into a werewolf? A werewolf. The girl was terrified. Just imagine growing a long snout, sharp fangs, and all that fur. The poor girl was confused and started running home at full speed. The girl, shaken, rushed into her house and threw herself into her bed. She convinced herself that turning into a werewolf has only been a nightmare, and by the time she woke up, everything would be back to normal. The girl drifted off to sleep. Suddenly, in the middle of the night, she was awakened by a strange noise, like a dripping water. Upon awakening, the girl saw a pale-faced stranger standing at the foot of her bed. It was the thief who had snuck into her room. It's hard to say which of them was more startled. Their screams echoed far and wide, because what the thief saw was a wolf girl with a gaping maw, her glowing green eyes staring straight at him. My great aunt, neighbor, friend, second cousin swore they even heard the screams. Some of the plot points are a bit far-fetched, but overall, it's pretty amusing, worth noting. Okay. And this one has 3. What do you mean, gather more urban legends? How do I gather more? Also, it has. So it has more than one, okay, wait, see, so what have we not done for this one? Alright, let's try another one. So this one we'll do telephone again. This time we'll do this other one. Work. Pull over, see what happens. Unfortunate plan ending, definitely a bit forced. I dread to take the editor reaction to this, so a knock came from the window. This is the police. Come out with your hands up. It turns out the driver behind her was an undercover cop. The woman was in fact the kidnapper from the radio broadcast. The officer had spotted someone tied in the back seat. Oh. Okay, let's try the next one. Shoot. Keep driving. Slow down. Side by side. And slow down. Oh, we saw that one already. Okay. 2. Keep driving. We had that already. Alright, so let's see how many do we get so far. So alright, let's try some more. Telephone. Let's do work. Keep driving. Speed up. Chase. Speed up. Watch out. At the moment, he heard the driver of the car behind her. Oh, wait, so we got that one ready. Right? Let's do a check. Yep. So this one we can't do some reason. What are the other possibilities? Let's do that telephone birthday again. Keep driving. Slow down. Slow. We saw that one already. Right? I think so. So let's see. Let's see.